here's a little tutorial on different ways that a person could multiply. So this just came from education.com, this little worksheet. And these are just strategies that may make more sense to a student than our traditional algorithm that we use. So the first one is the base 10 array. If you've been working with the base 10 blocks a lot, maybe this makes more sense to kids. And what this is showing is that they break the 23 into 2 10s and 3 1s, because if you remember, those base 10 models have those long kind ones that are the 10s, and then the square ones are the hundreds, and the little tiny squares are the ones. So they kind of put one of the numbers across the top, that's 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, and then they put the other number across the side, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then they multiply together like, because area is length times width. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 10 is 100, but we're doing it with pictures. 1 times 10 gives me this 10. 1 times 10 is 10. So, and so on. These little ones is because it's this times this, like length times width makes the box. And then you can add these all together. That's 100, 200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, there's 300, 310. 314, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 322. So you can add them together using the blocks. Or you can use this area model, which is the same exact thing. Well, kind of the same exact thing. It breaks it up into the 10s and the 1s. So 23 is 20 plus 3, and 10 plus 4, that's the 14, and then you multiply. 20 times 10 is easy to multiply because you just go 1 times 2, or 2 times 1 and add the zeros. 10 times 3 is 30, 20 times 4 is 80, and 3 times 4 is 12, and then you can just add these together, which they just did it on the side, and they get the same answer. And now this one is called partial products. So 4 times 3 is, instead of carrying, because the carrying, I think, is where the kids get, it starts seeming a little mysterious to kids. But you can just go 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 20, because the 2 is in the tens place, is 80. 1 times, or no, sorry, that's not 1. 10 times 3 is 30, and 10, because it's in the tens place, times 20, because it's in the 20s place, is 200. So I'm going to actually do this area model one. So if I were to, I'm going to do it with the 45 times 13. Okay, so you make an area model. Remember, area is length times width. And then you break each of these up into the 10s and the 1s. So this one is 40 plus 5, and this one is 10 plus 3. And then now you can just look right here. You look at like length times width. So 10 times 40, well, you can use the zero trick and say 4 times 1 is 4 and add the 2 zeros. That's 400. 10 times 5, we know that is 50. 40 times 3, well, that's the same as 4 times 3 with the extra 0. And then 3 times 5 is 15. And then all you have to do is add everything up. Five, 6, 7, 8. And you get your answer. And then you can check that if you want to do it the traditional way. So you can see that our traditional way is much faster and shorter, and so we do want the kids to eventually do something like this, but if they're just getting really confused with all the steps, this is a nice way for them to comprehend about the place value.